Atticus Finch, who's one of my literary heroes, who said, you have to be able to walk around in someone's skin to really understand their point of view. And that's, I think, what teachers have to do. When I worked in a school in more of an administrative role, I worked in a learning center, and that's where kids would come who needed help, who were struggling. They would come in as they needed, and a lot of times it was just to come in and sit next to me and cry, because they were so frustrated all day long at school, struggling with work, struggling with what their teachers were asking them to do that was very difficult, and they needed kind of a safe space. In the training, we have a simulation that we do to kind of demonstrate to teachers what it's like to not be a really good reader. I ask the teachers to read that, and then I always put on top of it, well, after you read this, we're going to have a test, so read it very carefully. How did that feel? How did that feel when you had to read that like that? And can you imagine that you had to be in school all day long in every one of your classes or with every one of your subjects? You're asked to read and asked to glean information from what you're reading. We don't realize as teachers, even as parents sometimes, how hard it is for a kid to hold that in, and just all they want to do is fit in at school. And when they can't fit in at school academically, they're struggling also fitting in socially. They're struggling every way. Her kindergarten teacher told me, at a kindergarten conference, she told me, I suspect there might be, some attention issues here. And I thought, oh no, that's so, I felt like she was labeled when she was in kindergarten. She was coming home saying things like, why am I so stupid? And that just wasn't true. And that is probably the biggest tragedy you can hear, is as a teacher or as a parent. From my perspective, probably the worst thing as a parent was when she would come home with homework. And I think that I dreaded that as much as she did, because it was such it took so much out of her to force herself to sit down after being in school all day, to come home then and have to do more schoolwork. I just would give advice to parents that please just be patient with your kids, because they have been using every ounce of brain power that they have all day at school, and when they come home, they need a safe space.
Have kids actually show you what they did in school instead of just telling you.
So I think that we ask kids to sit still a little bit too long sometimes, and even kids who don't struggle need a little switch of gears every 10 minutes or so.
Anytime you can make a song, chant, or rap out of something, do it. Teachers, remember, repetition is key, but it doesn't have to be boring. Make it fun by having kids use funny voices during the 3-part drill, or set a stopwatch and try to beat their best time to encourage automaticity.
Giving kids a chance to repeat what you've taught them, or talk about what you've been talking about, so that they can kind of get it into their memory banks a little bit better.
And remember to keep your lessons multi-sensory throughout.
I think that we need to always remember that as their teachers, as their principals, parents, whatever, that they should be given the chance to say, wait, I don't understand this, and it's not only that I don't understand it, but it's stressing me out that I don't understand this.